you've been, you know what? Oh, I hope I don't have. Hold on, let me
Boom. Okay, I think I had actually been connected to my headphones, so I'm glad I took that off. Got a couple new decks that I'm gonna pull on. I just wanted to get a collective energy read real quick. Just see what's up with the collective for the most part. Alright. These are the decks that I was called to bring in here to pull from. So let me go ahead and get that started. This is not gonna be straight, like for whatever reason, it just isn't. Let's see. At least you can see a little bit more of the table. Okay. All right, let's see where the collective is at. Where are they? How are they showing up this time? Wow, Queen of Wands and Judgment. Nice. Quite possibly a lot of people in regret that you've left behind. And I feel like it's kind of a never-ending story almost, because not a lot of people want to evolve, and you're not the type to kind of just sit out and around and like hang out and wait for people to decide, because ultimately you know that you have other things to do, you have other life missions and purposes, and people don't want to get on board with the task at hand. It's kind of like, okay, bye. It's like, what purpose do they serve at that point? And I feel like there's been a lot of people that were just like they weren't wanting to work with you. They were wanting to like work against you. But if they had just taken the time, they would have realized they would have benefited more by working with you. But I think anybody that moving forward that understands that takes action on that has seen the results. I also get a very clear judgment to cut off all connections, like all spiritual connections are being ended. Like there's judgment being called on all of those interactions. And I feel like you're just in a space of really finding out who you are to connect with now, like who you are to move forward with in this phase is what I'm seeing. Yeah, there's 2 or 3 pyramids in the back. Yeah, so it looks like you're really taking the time to figure out who's in your circle. You may find, okay, looks like you had worked on finding some ways around obstacles that maybe you had. There were maybe a few barriers that you've been able to overcome. So finding ways around obstacles to find your happiness. Also, having telepathy. Okay, so in those groups, in those friendship groups, in those relationships, whatever they are, if it's a romantic, if it's a business, if it's a friendship, whatever it is, you have telepathy. There are very close soul connections that harmoniously synchronize you and these other people that are connected to you, that are part of your soul tribe. So now, as a result of that, it has completely pulled you out of this illusion, which is awesome, because that was a part of the downloads that I was getting. I was like, really? All the way out of the illusion? Yes, all the way out of the illusion. So, which is amazing, because that means that you're no longer in any type of fantasies. You're not mistaking any fantasies for real soul connections, which I'm sure I mentioned in the previous reading. So anybody that's able to come forward, oh, that's the other thing too. If there were multiple people, there are still multiple people, but I feel like from the previous group, are there 1 or 2? I feel like there's only 2 people. Yeah, there's only 2 from the previous group coming into this next round of being able to court you. Yeah. The other people have maybe a bit more work to do with respect to like understanding loyalty, knowing when to give. Maybe they had like well, I don't want to say misguided, but a misconception of where they were supposed to dedicate their loyalty because they hadn't experienced, you know, those true loving relationships, even though they know they felt the right energy. But they couldn't commit to that. So that's why moving forward, there's only two, and there's a new one. There's someone that I feel like is out of the country, like that's from another country, that's from another religious faith, belief, etc. This person, I believe, is very wealthy. If you thought you were already entertaining wealthy people, this person is kind of like, you know, like bananas wealthy, is the energy that I'm picking up here. But this person, because they come from a different religious background, however, this person has already established with whomever, because I hear the word heirs. So wherever this money is coming from, whomever this family, familial relationship, legacy is built with, they've already confirmed with their family about the fact that they wanted to be free to choose who they were with. That was a part of it for them. Yeah. They wanted to make sure that they could align with someone that actually had the same assignments and values and procedures. And they had to almost, not almost, but it feels like this person had to confirm with whomever the current legacy sits with, like maybe it's parental figures or something like that, you know, it's getting handed down, but they had to confirm with these individuals and show the proof that they're the people that were of the same race or religion or beliefs, whatever, that were available to them to date, that those people weren't loyal. Like they had the wrong values, and so they've learned that, like, and they've expressed that, so that's why they're free to choose whomever they want to be with moving forward. Yeah, without having to negotiate, or without having to worry about anybody negating or doubting or speculating anything. They already have established, like, hey, I'm going to choose the right person, and this is why I'm looking outside of what everyone else wants to consider for me. I'm considering other things because I'm a broader human. Like, I desire what I desire, which that loyalty, I think, and someone who shares those same values, that's hard to find, is what I'm understanding. It doesn't matter what country you're in. The loyalty factor is dwindled over the course of time. Ooh, that's beautiful. All right, let's get another deck for this one. I think we're going to use the telepathy, because this is talking about a book, a memory, and achievement. Actually, Spirit's saying to use this deck. So there may be some things from your Akashic record, some memories or achievements or things like that that are coming into the 3D now, because you are in that descension area of your ascension, where you're coming back down, and now like your inheritances, you know, you're starting to realize more things about yourself, your gift, like why people can't take away, why people can't imitate what you're creating, is because it's an evolution. You know, it's a creation that each and every part continues to be built and instilled inside of you. So there are pieces yet that are still to be discovered and revealed and released even to you. So there's no way they could, you know, essentially take what you have and make their own. Okay, so you're also honoring that emotional sensitivity. So honoring and respecting your deep sensitivity as it is a gift. So I believe that you're finding that complete balance, and it's like, okay, I understand where, when, why, and how to be emotionally sensitive, and where I can do that, because not everybody is a space where you can be vulnerable, or person that you can be vulnerable with, right? Not everyone is a safe space. And I believe that you've learned that, and you're being very fluid and learning how to just go with the flow, and all of your connections. Like you're really valuing them, it seems, and learning to trust the process is what I'm hearing. Trusting the process and having a lot of faith. Anything else with this? Wow. Okay. And this is bringing about a lot of messages of integrity, not just to you, but from me, like about you, etc. Because the message came out with the integrity card. So I feel like this is also, oh, okay, that was a download. So this is something that is kind of being widespread now. So instead of the rumors and things like that, people are always speaking of the right things right now, of the true things, of the things that are indicative of your true nature. So your integrity, you've aligned your actions and your values and the inner knowingness of what's right for you. So you have this deep level of integrity and just self-concept, self-understanding that won't allow you to you know, to take less than what you deserve is what I'm hearing, which I think is beautiful. Okay, what else can we get here? Ooh. Yeah, it's a lot about this emotion. Like maybe you're just very, very, very in control of your emotions, and that may be communicate. I don't know. That could be could be something that someone is trying to communicate to you. Like they can't read your feelings, your emotions, and things like that too, which is justifiably so. Um, I don't feel like you're supposed, again, it's the whole like you're not supposed to be available to everybody emotionally, but the individuals that you are, I feel like as long as the relationships are on the 3D, they're going to remain consistent, and it's just this whole level of maintaining them. Yeah, maintaining them. That's what you're doing right now. You're maintaining these relationships on the 3D, and that's the only place where you're allowed to really super engage, like connect anymore. Spirit has decided that. I mean, that's a part of your dissension, is everything becomes very 3D in this moment. So where people are looking for certain emotions from you, they're not going to get them spiritually. You know, they have to be in your actual world, in your actual space, like in your real sphere where you can reach out and touch in order to connect anymore, is what I'm understanding. But this is because you are on the right path. You know, keep doing what you're doing because it's working. I feel like there's this like grand abundance that's coming in too. I feel like you understand things completely. Like, again, it's very easy for you in this phase to know, like, okay, when you need to move on from people, places, or things. It's just so much quicker and so much more obvious to you. Me personally, like I recently reached out to an old friend and was gonna go and you know, get together and visit and go, you know, go out to eat, do things, you know, and something about the way that they responded to something that I said that was totally genuine and sensitive and sincere and honest. It just really struck me. And I essentially ended up saying, you know what, I'm not going to make it to visit. You know, I've decided, you know, and then the next day this person is like watching my stories and kind of like trying to be in my biz. And so I get that that's the energy right now, is like people are realizing like they're cutoffs too. People are actually maybe the ones that are supposed to meet the mark that are missing it so quick. It's a very, I feel like it's a very quick phase for you. You know, if they're not, yeah, it's a very quick phase. It's a very quick phase for you. And in that moment, their strengths and weaknesses are being tested, as well as yours, because it's up to you, like it was up to me, to kind of like say, oh, okay, I need to nip that one in the bud and not go there to visit. But it's because you're also, like, as you ascend, your partner ascends. So as you make good choices, your partner makes good choices. And, you know, those around you in your soul tribe and all the rest of that. But specifically with this twin flame, is what it's telling me is that this is strengthening you in your twin flame. 1111, you may be seeing that a lot. It's an important number for twin flame, symbolizing harmony and balance in the soulmates. So possibly if you have come to realize, or your person is coming to realize that you guys are on a twin flame journey, it's making more sense to them why the connection stands as it does. It's like for this whole level of loyalty and trust and aligning and, you know, the values and being able to handle all emotions, because it's like, okay, if you can energetically connect with one another without having to be on the physical, you can maybe eliminate, you know, conversations, communications, etc., that may be harmful to one another, to kind of work through those emotions. Ooh, that emotions word is out there. Yeah. The enlightenment card is still on the bottom here. It says, with enlightenment, there is no separation. We realize that we are one with the divine. That's also a part of it too. Like you're realizing, like you're complete and total, like that you are the divine. Okay, so let's see, what other messages do you have for the group? Okay. Okay, So it's saying, let me hold you and you are my everything. 7 and 10. So with respect to this twin flame journey, these are the cards that represent how they are feeling right now about you, how you may be feeling about them. Take it how it resonates. But you both are more than likely teeter-tottering between the same energy. Like you give and you get, you give and you get, you give and you get. And you guys continue to do that. It's why you guys are working towards this full balance of things. You know, you want that, especially more so now more than ever, you know. Anything else? Anything else here? Okay. I should have known that one was coming out. And then I'll read the one that's on the bottom too. On the bottom it says, I want to get you drunk. And then, of course, the everlasting, I imagine you in the nude. So let's see, anything else with respect to these cards? I feel like we've got pretty much everything out here on the board, on the table, just kind of acknowledging you're on the right path, you're doing all the things that need to be done. The passion and desires there with you and your twin flame, your close soul connections with friends and like family members, you know, however you label those relationships are all in good standing, like everybody is flourishing in them. It's a good time out here on this table. It's like, yeah, it's a good time. Okay, so what this is telling me right here is like how this 10 of Wands and 2 of Cups. It looks like someone also is learning the complete understanding of like how to balance maybe a family or home life, is understanding how to keep themselves, in the right energy. I don't know how to explain it. Someone is maybe learning that there is a heightened level of excitement when you can get caught. Not in the sense of like doing something bad, but just doing something that you wouldn't do in front of other people, so to speak. If you get my drift, this is with this 7, 8, 10 cards, 15 here. So the energy that I'm getting is like someone is, I don't know, I always feel like it's often when people sit in thought too long, it's like people are worried about the wrong things. Yep. Because the divine is the one that's bringing this all together. This is being brought to you by the divine. You know, this is being completely and totally prepared by the divine. So, I mean, undoubtedly without any further ado, like without any further delay. Yeah, there's a King of Cups down here on the bottom here. Yeah. So, and I feel like it's without further delay. So for those of you who are like, well, my person doesn't seem to be coming, or, you know, my person and I, like, I don't know what you guys are doing in these connections. But if you feel like maybe your person isn't coming or some energy like that is out there, understand that if the person that you think is your person isn't coming, that's because someone else is actually coming. Like, you're not being left. Because like, you know, as per usual, if one doesn't step up, another does, and essentially every time someone presents, they have to be on in the right state of mind, in the right energy, in the right vibration, ready to love and like give everything that they need to in order to be in your space. So essentially that is what you receive, like regardless. And again, you want to keep in mind every time it's always been better. So there's something that will reveal itself that'll be like, oh, this is better than the person that I previously thought. That's also a thing for these karmics out here. They don't even know what they're trying to attack. Like, that's the hard part for them. They don't know if they're attacking a business, a union with a new person, a newer person, a newer old person. Like, they don't have any idea. And I feel like that's just because you have all of these different opportunities, you know. This, again, is that whole divine gifted you with all of these opportunities, all of these things. This union creates more. Yeah, and it has a lot to do. And I just noticed this too. It has a lot to, okay, so that was a download. So if you look at this, that baby is holding, look at the doll the baby is holding. So what I'm getting here is in that phase when you learned all these lessons, when you were using your power of transmutation and alchemy and all these things, that's when essentially you broke free of all of those spells, hexes, curses, etc. You've also healed bloodlines. So let me explain to you how the other people's ancestors ended up working with you versus them. So when people came against you, so one thing is if you had intercourse with this person, right, then you also took on all of their emotional traumas and experiences as well during that physical act. Now, as a result of that, you are called to heal those because they're now yours. And that's exactly what the collective did. In this page of Pentacles energy, when you learned a lot about just you as a whole, like who you really were, what you could really do, all of your power, a lot of your Akashic records, how to heal yourself, all of these wonderful, brilliant things. In that process, essentially, you healed because you had to. You healed this other person, these other people's lineages, which entitled your abundance to grow, your spiritual inheritance, and all of those things. So that's why everything has become so magnificent for you. It's not because of like, oh, this is what the Akashic Records said. It's like, okay, the Akashic Records said this, but the magnitude of it has grown beyond what other people could even imagine. And that's why I say they really don't even know what it is that they're going after at this point. Like there's nothing they can do about it, but they don't even know what it is that they're to be trying to attack in any way, shape, or form, just simply because they weren't a part of whatever it is that you've learned so far, and they don't know what it is yet that you are going to be imparted moving forward. So it really puts them in this like unknowing, like they don't know anything. Yeah, see, as soon as I picked up the deck, it has the moon card on the bottom. Yeah, and it looks like somebody's been working on it a long time too. Has been trying to figure it out or hold you back or whatever it is for a long time. But that didn't work out. Look. So in that process, you healing those other wounds and ancestral lineage things. Look at that. That was the King of Cups, and now it's the Queen of Cups and the Lovers. That is so cool. That is so cool. Okay. That's what's entitled you to so much. Like, that's why the price keeps just going, you know, your value just keeps raising. Your value just keeps going up and up and up. I keep wondering, I'm like, why is the Hangman in reverse? Because you're not surrendering to anything that's less than. You're not surrendering to anything that's like not what you deserve. Like, you know what you deserve, and you're not stopping until you receive that. And that's exactly what you're supposed to be doing. As a result, it ends up in people either being left behind or being allowed to continue to pursue or in pursuit of, you know, their mission, because these people that come into your energetic field are supposed to be there, and they also have contracts. A lot of them do. But yeah, it's like you're just staying in that really balanced, loving, complete energy, kind of just maybe, you know, sitting there keeping an eye out, trying to see what's what, because I feel like this is very it's imminent. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if someone feels like they're holding up the line, oh, I don't believe that that's even an option in this phase. It's like if someone feels like energetically they're in a space and they're just kind of deciding if they want to fill it, that's not how this part of it works. Yeah. See, look, I just split the deck. Length, time, thinking, invisible. Yeah. Acceleration, yeah, there's no room for that anymore. Like, these people have to either catch up and approach you, or they get left behind. That's what I said at the beginning. I'm just, hey, listen, I just be saying stuff and it just be right. It'll just be right the first time. Y'all just be waiting for the cards to help you, because it don't be helping me. I already know. All right, what else here? End this out in just a second. Happiness. Okay, I'm definitely going to end it right here. Yeah, okay, so some people have to just come to terms. Maybe this is your person, maybe this is the people around you. They're coming to terms with the fact that they have reincarnated, that they're reflecting on these cycles and realizing that it really is fate. Like, this really is, you know, this is really someone that's going to be reliable, you know, that I can count on and that I can trust to really, you know, hold it down. What's what I keep hearing? Hold it down the way that it needs to be held down. You know, and then essentially what's illusionary and keeping everybody else out of sight, out of mind, like out of your business, you're moving in silence, all this other stuff that they want to say. This is actually a part of this loving way that the universe is changing the tide for you. So, and I think that that's like, this is so that you can master yourself again, master your relationship, and express it. Okay, express it with the utmost excitement. Like, look, it says light, festival, and dedication. So it's like all of this celebration. I've got a lot of candle energy lately too, like in just that, like dedicating. Like maybe you need to light a white candle or something like that. Um, maybe you need to, you know, yeah, definitely light a candle if you don't already. Get a candle, a nice one, um, as you move into this change, this cycle. I don't know which moon this is coming in with, but maybe it's can't come in with this most recent full moon and it's going through until this next full moon. That's all I'm seeing right here. Yeah, it's like these cards are funny. This is a new deck too. They always are, right? Wow, extremely fast, fleeting. Yeah, this is happening quickly. This is the unknown, courage and thrill, energy, abundance, wealth, and freedom. Look at this. This just keeps getting better and better the more I pull out these cards. But I said I was going to stop at that Hierophant card, which I didn't. Let's see. Let's get a few more from this deck just to see, for people who are curious more about this, you know, this contentment, this happiness, satisfaction that's going to be expressed in silence first, and then once you're ready to be expressive and, you know, dedicate that energy or that opportunity to the outside world. Yep, I knew that one was going to come out. Be more selfish. So that's the energy that you're in right now. Just lavishing and lush, like lush energy is what I hear. Like lavish on oneself. You know, I don't know if that means get your hair done more often or, you know, whatever it means to you. That's exactly what it's supposed to be happening, to keep you in the right vibration. Their person is hoping that you will wait for them. Again, I don't feel like you have that option anymore. It's not really your responsibility to the person. It's about the contracts with the divine, and that's who's in charge. I want to start a family with you. I can't even look at you right now. I feel like this person is just like so full of emotions whenever they think about you, and whenever they, you know, think about the relationship and the connection, and whenever they're able to connect with you. And it says, I still don't have all the answers. And I don't feel like you will. I don't feel like you or your person will have them all until you come into union. I feel like, again, that's also what I said at the beginning as well. Like, people can't expect to have the knowledge or pull it from your DNA and, you know, extract it from this, extract it from that to figure you out, because it's still making itself. You know, if you come into union, let's say with not this person who's wanting to start a family, that's hoping that you wait for them, that seems to be maybe some type of difficulty moving forward just yet. If you end up with, let's say, a different person, you have to be prepared for that relationship. So that's why the divine keeps you in the energy that they're keeping you in. You're very malleable as far as like who you could be with, because of the values that you embody. This loyalty is like the biggest factor. I don't feel like that is available very much. There's a heavy 7 energy out here. It's out here twice. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it's just going to be too undeniable. Like if you're this person here that's, I hope you wait for me. If they don't move, I mean, that's just it. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be even. Yeah, see, I'm not even kidding. Look, that's just it. It's just, and I get that that's gonna, yeah, with respect to like, if I don't know if it's your main female or you are the main female or however it resonates, but that will just be it with that circumstance, with that situation, because of the way the divine has set it up. Yeah, everything you've expressed in your life has made you strong and courageous. That's why these divine beings can't sit back and wait for a partner who's not sure, anyone who's uncertain, because it will hinder their growth and their forward movement. You know, and they have other missions. They have other things to do. They're not just in a twin flame journey, you know. Anyway, writing, you heal, inspire, teach, and entertain with the words you write. So maybe that's where a lot of the focus is going to be going for some of the divine beings, is kind of putting together this great body of work for this counseling energy is what I'm getting here. So you heal with kind words, wise advice, and an empathetic ear. Yeah, and energy healing. Your natural energy healing abilities are an important part of your life purpose. So essentially that's where everything's headed. This looks really brilliant to me, and I love how like the angel wings energy is showing up quite a bit. I like how like these two kind of mimic each other with that blue, and it really beautiful. White. There's wings on almost all of these cards here, so I feel like someone is really taking flight right now. In this next, from full moon to full moon is what I'm getting, because I still keep seeing this big full moon up here. If you've been hearing owls lately, maybe that's also significant. But right now, what I'm understanding is like, I don't know, I just feel like my collective is like this. I don't want to say perfection, but I feel like, again, remember we discussed letting go of perfectionism and being able to be in the energy of like, okay, I'm just gonna go, and that working in your favor. And that's what I see out here. Like, I see nothing but goodness. I see nothing but goodness. That's literally all I see. A lot of 10 energy out here too, because this person's saying, I would do anything for you. But if that's true, this person would get their shit in gear and get to you, right? If they really don't want to lose you, that's essentially how it works. You just have to, this person says, I'm coming, trust. Okay, we'll see. Will you let me have you? If you get here, it's kind of the energy that I'm hearing from the collective. Collective saying you have to reach out, and that's just the energy that is, abound right now. That's just how it is. It looks like this person and you may lie awake thinking about each other or connecting with one another. This person is probably very territorial. So I'd imagine that once you start to really get out there, if you express that you're going on dates and like they could see that, I don't know. I get that this individual may send monitoring spirits to you. Just to kind of like maybe just, I don't know, maybe it's because I don't think it's in a negative way. I'm like trying to be in your business. It's kind of one of those territorial energies. This person wants to, do this the right way. They want to come in, is what I'm hearing. If this person is a brand new person that you've been energetically connecting with, they want to like clean the slate and have everything like a brand new beginning. A lot of one energy here too. So I don't know. So I guess you maybe just have to kind of like focus on what you want. I don't know if this is you or your person. I never imagined so much perfection. I think this is kind of like a consensus at this point. Just in the capability to continue to strive to be more. You guys are always calling each other to be better and better and better and more and more and more. I don't know which one of you this is for, but they are waiting for you. Okay? And do you think about me too? And I'll end it here on I'm ready. I think so, yes. And then 2, which I'm going to end it here, is my life started when I met you, which I think is pretty indicative to these connections. It's like the ones that, are these divine soul mate unions that you've been in this cathartic process of reinventing your mindset with respect to people, places, and things that do not serve you. Like, it's been a lot. And you guys really started to I don't know, I feel like it's a flower opening up, like when you started to connect in that way. And the support has been kind of magnanimous. Yeah. And that's why the focus now is like happiness that's come out, not like that's also out here on one of these little cards too. So anyway, I'll end it on this one. This is probably a message from you to your person and vice versa. So stay in that energy. I will catch you on the next one. Look, I know that's a download. I get that. I get that energy a lot. Like, yeah. So I'll catch you on the next one. Later.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.